I'm Big Will Levinson, and it's time to talk sports. What a huge Monday we have had in the sports world, and of course, the big news of the day, the Denver Broncos announcing their plans to release Russell Wilson at the start of the new league year next Wednesday. More on that in a moment, but first, we have got to talk Colorado Mesa basketball because all on the final night of the season, both the Mavs men's and women's teams clinched the RMAC regular season titles. It's the first time since 1990 that both squads are regular season champs in the same season. The men's team sits alone atop the RMAC with an incredible 21-1 conference record, and the women's team held the four-way tiebreaker to win the RMAC with a conference record of 18-4. And of course, those regular season titles mean the RMAC tournament run through Grand Junction, Colorado. And here's what it looks like on the men's side. The 25-3 Colorado Mesa Mavericks get the 8 seed. The 12-16 Chadron State Eagles in round one Tuesday night at Bronson Arena. And if the Mavs can take care of business tomorrow, they will host both semifinal games on Friday and take on the winner of Black Hills State and MSU Denver. And here's a look at the women's side. Same situation. A win for CMU in the semifinals will be held at Bronson Arena. And just before the men's game, the 24-5 Mavs will host the 8 seed, 16-4 CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves. A win for the Mavs, and they'll be back at home Friday to face the winner of 4 seed UCCS and 5 seed Colorado Mines. What an exciting time it is to be a CMU basketball fan, and what a time it is to be a Denver Broncos fan. That's because after today's big news that the Broncos will be releasing quarterback Russell Wilson, they firmly placed themselves in the market for a quarterback. And this release, well, it won't be cheap, as the Broncos will take an $85 million dead money cap hit over the next 2 seasons. But this wasn't about money for Denver. Russ would be costing this team a fortune whether he's actually on the roster or not. This was about Sean Payton and GM George Payton going out and handpicking their franchise quarterback. The question now is, where do they find the heir apparent to Russ? Well, here are 3 options for Denver to draft at their current pick, 12th overall. It's too early to tell if any of these guys will actually be there at 12, but I'd certainly expect Nix and Penix to be available, and possibly McCarthy too. Either way, these are 3 names to familiarize yourself with because I'd say they're the most likely options for Denver at pick 12. But if Sean Payton doesn't like any of those 3, he and Denver's brass could very well look to sell future assets to move into the top 3 of the draft and select one of these 3 blue chip prospects. Heisman winner LSU's Jaden Daniels, UNC's gunslinger Drake May, and the guy almost unquestionably going number 1 overall, likely to the Bears, 2022 Heisman winner Caleb Williams. And lastly, Denver could try and find a quarterback via trade or free agency, and it's slim pickings as of now across the league. But I do expect Baker Mayfield to re-sign with the Bucs. So the 2 names to keep an eye on are Minnesota's Kirk Cousins, set to be a free agent, and Chicago's Justin Fields, who is likely to be traded if the Bears draft Caleb Williams at 1. Boy, what an exciting offseason we have ahead in Broncos country. And to the ice, the Colorado Avalanche, boy, they were absolutely dominant tonight over the NHL's last place Blackhawks. And it's a big win for Colorado as they get within just 2 points of the Jets and the Stars for first place in the Central Division. The Avs will be back at home on Wednesday to host the Detroit Red Wings. A big night of sports on a Monday night here in Colorado. But that's all my time for sports. I'm Big Will Levinson.